You did it. You packed your bags. You've condensed your clothing. You've omitted items that were too bulky and heavy, like those amazing boots you wanted to bring. But no, you held back. You made sure that you were able to zip that suitcase and you met all the airline size and weight requirements. Woohoo! You did it. Now you're on your trip. You're walking around and you see on a shelf this beautiful piece of artwork that would look incredible in your home. Maybe some lotion for your BFF, the holiday gift for those friends you love to hang out with, souvenirs for your work friends. How do you get them home? Well, I'm going to share with you today a controversial packing hack along with some other ways that you can get things back safely and cost effectively. Because let's face it, picking up things on trips is a part of the travel experience. I like to buy clothing when I travel. I find that in the UK, France, places like that, some of the fashion may be a little bit ahead of the United States. I bought some very cool wide leg jeans in Europe before they were ever here in the United States. I buy things like this product when I'm in France because it is a fraction of the cost that it is here in the United States. When you're in Australia, I pick up something like this that is available in the United States, but again, super cheap in Australia and that area of the world. When I'm in Hawaii, I pick up a little noni, which is not something I can just go to the grocery store and pick up here. And when I travel, I try to pick up Rituals brand things. And by the way, none of these brands are sponsoring me. These are just ways that I save money to get products that I love when I travel. Pro tip, before you go to a country, Google what things you might want to pick up while you're in those countries. You can just type in things I should buy in Australia or whatever, and it'll give you a list of things. You could pick up a little tube of something new or something that you already love at a better price. So to get these things back, you might want to buy a new suitcase, right? That's a common thing to do. And that's all fine, except for now you've had to spend the money to buy the suitcase, and now you got to spend money maybe to check it. The other thing that you could consider doing is bringing a second suitcase. You can fill it with a pillow or bubble wrap. Now you've got an extra piece to carry around with you the whole trip. And you're going to have to think about possibly paying money to check it. The other thing that I do often is I used to bring a bag that I would stick in my suitcase, open up and fill and use it as my carry-on on the way back. Well, not only does that add extra weight to your shoulders, one more thing to lug back, but you're going to have to make sure you've got the carry-on allowance for it. So what happened to me one time was I actually had to check that bag when I got to the gate. It really wasn't that big, but because the airplane was really full, I had to check it. So be sure to bring a bag that's heavy enough, has a zipper to close it, and it can withstand being checked. But now you're looking at adding weight to your luggage. Just something to think about. So this travel hack I'm about to share with you will help you be able to bring your things back without any extra weight or extra cost. Drum roll. Okay, so is this a fit for you? Do you sometimes donate clothes to Goodwill or other charity organizations? Is your sock drawer exploding? How many coats do you really need? Yes, that's exactly what I'm proposing. Take some of these items that you were going to donate and bring them with you on the trip. And you know what? It's not just clothes. You might want to get a new pair of shoes for your jazzercise class. So take the old pair with you, and then we're going to dispose of them on our trip. And we'll talk about ways you can do that in just a minute. You can also think about bringing travel items, maybe things that are not expensive that you have plenty of, like a water bottle. How many water bottles do you have at home? My kitchen's full of them. I have a lot of travel umbrellas for some reason. When you're leaving your home for vacation and you're packing these things, I'm definitely not suggesting that you would want to bring all of the things that you're going to leave there. But just a handful of things can make a big difference when you go home. So what are you going to do with these items? And why is this controversial? Well, it's a little controversial because what's happened is sometimes people have left entire suitcases of stuff in their rooms. We don't want to burden the nice people who've been taking care of our rooms this whole time by leaving them a bunch of stuff that they don't know if you left it or what the deal is. And you definitely don't want to leave your stuff on a cruise ship because from an environmental standpoint, waste is tough. So what are you going to do with those items? Here's what I did. When you're traveling, speak to locals or crew member or staff and ask them, where can I donate these items? Who would like them? By using the word donate, you let them know you're not wanting any money for it. This is just some cool stuff that I've got and I can't get it back. I can't fit into it, doesn't fit me right, whatever reason is true for you. So this happened to me. I was getting my nails done and I said to the person, I've got a beautiful gold pair of slides, I've got a dress that I just don't love, and a couple other things. Do you know where I can donate them to? And she's like, yeah, me. Sometimes we forget the value that our things may have to people that we don't know. Of course, we're going to make the assumption that you're bringing good stuff that you're going to leave. So that happened to be on a cruise ship. And people are living on those ships. So if you've brought anything from an organizational standpoint, like a shoe hanger, somebody who's crew on that ship might actually be able to use it. I've had people love those things. By the way, check out our video on the 10 items you're going to want to take on your next cruise. I'll link to it. Another way to dispose of items while you're traveling is to dispose of them gradually as you're traveling. So if you've got socks or undies that you don't plan on bringing back, you can dispose of them as you go along. If you're going to stay with a friend, intentionally bring something you think that friend might like. A sweater, a pair of sandals. I've done that and it worked out really well. And if you do think you need to leave something, be sure to leave a note so that the staff knows that these are items that are ready for a new home or can be disposed of. That way they know you didn't leave them accidentally and they have the right to take them if they want to. All in all, this can be a great way to get rid of some gently worn items and make room for souvenirs or things that you buy on your way home that's not going to cost you extra money or hurt your back. If you've liked this, be sure to subscribe. Smash that subscribe button just like you're stuffing a packing cube. Give me a like, please. Have a great day. Safe travels.